What's the crack, lads? The Rooch here. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to set up a class for you that suits you. So the gold standard for Warzone, you probably know this, is pick any assault rifle or LMG. Just go Ram 7 say, gunsmith, and the gold standard is monolithic suppressor, the longest barrel. You see the range bar down there, that's the longest one. Optic of your choosing, VLK is very popular. Extended mags, and then either the Commando foregrip or the Merc foregrip. That is the most common setup. 90% of the long range ARs you'll find on the map from downed players will have this setup or something very similar. And that is great if you just follow that onto any gun and you'll have a good long range AR. But if you find you're struggling with that, if you want to try out a gun and you're struggling with that, I'm going to go through the process I take to customize the gun to suit me. A great example of that now is the PKM LMG. So I was trying out the PKM, set it up, standard setup, and it was good, it was fine, but I was still struggling to hit my shots with it. So I'll just show you the process I went through, and this works for every gun. Whatever suits you, suits your needs. If you're a laser like Tfue or Cloaksy, you can get away with a lot more. Or if you're new to the game and you're struggling with the recoil, you can set a gun up a little bit differently to suit your needs. So I went in, I picked the PKM, and I put on the monolithic suppressor, I put on the longest barrel, VLK, I put on the Commando foregrip. The ammunition on this, it's already a 100 round drum and it doesn't go any smaller, so I just left that, which gives you an extra one. And what I did was I put on the tac laser to help to aim down sights time, and this gun was really quick, the ADS. Good for recoil, not outstanding. So I took this into a game of Warzone, I struggled a little bit, so I went back to the workshop and I said I'm going to tinker with this till it suits me. So what I always do is I jump into a custom game in multiplayer, down to the bottom, custom game, setup. I have a mode set up for testing out guns. I just go Hackney Yard because I'm used to it as well. Start. So this is my PKM setup. Now, I'm in this custom game mode. There's no bots or anything in here, just me. So, I'll just show you. The recoil's pretty good. You know, try and keep it on point. It's not bad at all. It's quite an accurate gun. I'll just show you the recoil plot here, 50 rounds. Pretty much straight up, bit of a wobble here and there, tight enough spread between bullet shots. It's an accurate gun. Here's a great tip. You can just go in and mess around with the attachments. What you find is there tend to be hidden stats that the game isn't telling you about. So there's a great website. This is well worth a look if you really want to get in depth. It's called True Game Data. And you can get all the stats for the attachments and the guns. Full comparison tool, LMG. This works for all the guns obviously. PKM gives you the base stats, fire rate, damages, ranges. Next step, okay. So, muzzle. Everybody use the monolithic suppressor. You see why here. 10% boost to the range and 15% boost to the bullet velocity. Now it does slow down ADS, but it's worth it. You get that extra boost and bullet velocity. So next step. Now, barrel. So we had chosen the longest barrel, the biggest range boosting barrel according to the chart in the game, which is a 25.9. But according to True Game Data, both of these barrels have a 19% boost, so same boost to range, but this 26.9 inch extended barrel gives you a 3% boost to your vertical recoil control and a slightly better bullet velocity. So we change over to that. This is the great thing about the custom game. You just start, go to loadouts, go to your subscribe loadout. Gunsmith barrel, let's change that to the 26.9 extended barrel. Right, next, the underbarrel grips. I've been using either the Merc or the Commando. They're the two most common. You see Merc foregrip, 17% boost to your vertical recoil control. Commando gives a 6% boost to the vertical and 15 to the horizontal. So whichever way you're struggling, if it's left and right you're struggling, choose the Commando foregrip. Merc is for the vertical, but also the operator and all these. But then you see here, I didn't know there was a snatch grip, and it's a 17% boost to the vertical recoil, same as the Merc foregrip, but it gives you a 60 millisecond shave off of your ADS time, so it boosts your ADS as well. So if you're struggling vertical recoil, you might as well just pick the snatch grip because you're getting a boost to your ADS as well. So now I'm going to change over to the snatch grip. I was still struggling with the recoil, and I said I'll take it one step further. Rear grip and rubberized grip tape gives you an extra 4% vertical recoil stabilization, which is not that much, but when you're shooting those really long range shots, it's enough to get an extra shot in here or there. So that's the next step. And then the last attachment I had on it was the optic. And you'll see here another hidden stat. VLK gives you a 10% boost to your vertical and horizontal recoil control. The NGV gives you a 15% to just vertical, and they seem to be the only two. I think that's why everybody uses the VLK. So there you go, VLK, next step, and it's done. So you'll see, you get the summary at the end then, and you can see everything that was helping. Vertical recoil control, 3% with the extended barrel, 17% with the snatch grip, 4% with the rubberized grip, and 10% with the VLK. An extra 34% vertical recoil boost. So took off the tack laser, rear grip, put the rubberized on, and this is my new setup. Just have to kill myself so that I can reset the gun. So as you can see, the ADS is still good, not quite as good as when I had the tack laser on, but still good. And then let's see what 50 rounds looks like. So that's a much better recoil pattern. Less bounce, less overall magnitude. It's probably like 25% less vertical recoil there, and the jumps between shots are tighter as well. So this is a much easier gun, in my opinion, to control now. I can take this into Warzone and have a good time with it. But that's the benefit of having all this information and the testing. You can go back in. If you were fine without that extra 4% boost to the recoil, you can take the rubberized grip tape off and put back on the tack laser, and you've got a much faster ADS time. Or put on a sleight of hand perk, and instead of having an 8-second reload time, you'll have a 6-second. But you can change things up to suit you. I see a lot of people, if you're really good, you can throw the no stock on, and then you'll have a really fast aim down sight and movement speed boost. But that's how I recommend you customize the loadout to suit your needs. There's loads of examples of where this can come in handy. For example, the SCAR. If you were to throw on monolithic suppressor, longest barrel, VLK, commando foregrip, and the 30 round mags, you'd have a gun that's very hard to use. It's way too jumpy. The recoil is incredible on this gun. So you see a lot of people will take the optic off and put a rubberized grip tape on. And instead of going for commando foregrip here, they might go for the operator foregrip or the Merc foregrip. Or if they really feel they need the optic, they might take off the 30 round mags and just leave it stock. There's not that big of a difference between 20 and 30 rounds. The same goes with all of the guns. And this is also helpful if you've got a gun that you've been using and you are happy with. You might just take it into the custom game mode and try it out with a few different grips, and you might find something that's just slightly better for you. A couple more shots at the longer ranges here, and it only takes a few minutes. But yeah, big shout out to the guys over at True Game Data. Excellent website, incredibly detailed, and a lot of hard work must have gone into it. So I hope you found that helpful. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, like the video, and a subscribe really helps. See you in the next one. Bye bye now.